Hello, and welcome to Accreditation Unlocked, the podcast that helps you navigate the accreditation process with clarity, confidence, and a touch of strategy. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Clow, and whether you're a higher education leader, a faculty member, or accreditation team member, this podcast is for you. Today, we're unlocking a key topic, strategic planning, and how it directly impacts your accreditation success. Think of strategic planning as your institution's GPS. Without it, it's easy to veer off course. But when it's well done and aligned with your accreditation requirements, that's when your institution really starts to shine, both operationally and academically. We're going to talk about how to align your goals with accreditation standards, how strategic planning enhances institutional effectiveness, and how the Accreditation Collaborative can help you make it all work together. Let's get started. Why strategic planning matters for accreditation. Let's start at the top. Why is strategic planning such a big deal when it comes to accreditation? Well, think of accreditation as external validation of your institution's quality, mission fulfillment, and effectiveness. Accrediting agencies want to see that you're not just reacting to challenges, but proactively setting goals, measuring your progress, and committing to continuous improvement. That's where strategic planning comes in. A well-developed strategic plan gives your institution a clear, structured roadmap. It lays out your vision, mission, goals, and the steps you'll take to get there. But even more importantly, it ensures that those steps are intentional, measurable, and aligned with the criteria your accreditor is evaluating. And here's something to keep in mind. A strategic plan that's created in isolation without considering accreditation often results in missed opportunities. On the flip side, a plan that intentionally integrates accreditation requirements becomes a powerful tool. It amplifies your self-study, it makes documentation easier, and it allows accreditors to see that you're serious about accountability and improvement. Aligning goals with accreditation standards. Now let's get practical. How do you actually align your strategic goals with accreditation standards? Most accrediting bodies focus on several key areas: your mission and vision, governance structure, student learning outcomes, financial and physical resources, and your approach to assessment and improvement. So as you're drafting or revising your strategic plan, ask yourself, how do our goals map to these categories? For example, if your strategic plan includes a goal to improve student retention and success, that directly supports accreditation standards related to student support services and learning outcomes. If you're focused on faculty development and research engagement, you're addressing academic quality and innovation, another big check mark in the accreditation column. This kind of alignment isn't just about checking boxes. It demonstrates intentionality. It shows accreditors that your institution goals are not only aspirational, but grounded in real criteria that speak to quality education and student impact. And one more thing. Strategic plans should be flexible. Accreditation requirements can evolve. Your institution's priorities might shift. So think of your strategic plan as a living document, one that can adapt and respond to changing conditions while still holding true to your core values and mission. Driving effectiveness and reputation. Let's talk about the ripple effects of good strategic planning, because they go far beyond just meeting accreditation criteria. When your strategic plan is shared across departments, embraced by leadership, and embedded in your culture, it becomes a unifying force. Suddenly, you have everyone, from faculty to student affairs to finance, working towards the same goals. That's where the real progress happens. You begin to see increased collaboration, clearer expectations, and better resource alignments. Teams know what they're aiming for. Data collection becomes purposeful. Assessment becomes less of a burden and more of a tool for decision-making. And all of that leads to something even more valuable, a stronger institutional reputation. Institutions that can demonstrate their commitment to improvement transparency, and strategic alignment don't just meet standards, they attract attention. They draw in students, retain faculty, earn trust from governing boards, and even become more competitive for grants and partnerships. In short, strategic planning doesn't just help you pass accreditation, it helps you lead. How can the Accreditation Collaborative help? Now, if you're thinking, that all sounds great, but where do we start? You're not alone. Strategic planning is a big undertaking, and aligning it with accreditation requirements can feel overwhelming. That's where the Accreditation Collaborative comes in. We specialize in helping institutions like yours build strategic plans that are both visionary and practical, plans that speak directly to accreditation bodies while honoring your unique mission and identity. We work with leadership teams to identify goals, prioritize initiatives, and build action plans that align accreditation criteria, from student outcomes to assessment plans to governance and resource management. Need help tracking progress or adjusting your plan in response to new standards? We do that too. Our support is hands-on, responsive, and tailored to your institution. The end result? A strategic plan that doesn't just sit on a shelf. It lives in your processes. It guides your decisions, and it positions your institution not just for compliance, but for distinction. So as we wrap up today's episode, here's your key takeaway. Strategic planning and accreditation are not separate silos. They're interconnected. When your plan is aligned with accreditation goals, you build a stronger, more resilient institution. If your institution is ready to integrate planning with accreditation success, we'd love to help. Visit us at accreditationcollaborative.com to learn more or to schedule a consultation. Thanks for tuning in to Accreditation Unlocked. If you found today's episode helpful, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your colleagues. This has been Dr. Ken Clow with the Accreditation Collaborative. Until next time, keep striving for excellence in education.